Number 33, Eminem. Marshall, it was a very fickle case in hip hop. His talent is undeniable, but it was spotty reception on this talent resting with him because he was white. Let's just call it what it is. All right, the way it looked at first was a white boy can't be considered the greatest because he's a visitor in this house. And I was a huge fan of M during the Napster days. If y'all really was a music head back in those days, you had Napster, you was downloading all these unreleased, I don't want to use the other word, but unreleased music or whatever at your disposal. The freestyles I was finding were absurd. Some was drop dead nice. All right, the reason he ranked lower than some lists have him because of two things. One, he does not have a hood classic. Y'all not just throwing some Eminem on and going to hit the streets or whatever like that in any hood USA. That's just what it is, all right? Even House of Pain had Jump Around. They was straight up Irish, but they even had a hood classic. And number two, a lot of his music has no real playability. I'm not even playing Lose Yourself, and that was his biggest hit. I'm being honest with you. I bought his first 3 albums and that was it. Still one of the best lyricists and storytellers to this day. He scored a 16 out of 20. Scored flawless on the bars category. My personal favorite song of his was from the Next Friday soundtrack called Murder Murder. Long story short, I understand both stances when it comes to Marshall. I was a fan of his since 99, 2000, so I know how the stands be wilding out there for him. But I also understand the stance of the Snoop or the hood purist when it comes to his music. Not to say it was whack or trash music, but playback, all right? It's a fine line to toe. The one common denominator associated with M is that he's an elite lyricist that not many can rival. Check the song Renegade if you don't believe me.